Hi everyone. One of the most critical parts of my job as a strategist is writing value propositions. But the biggest challenge I often come up against is not only how do I write a value proposition that differentiates my client from their competitors, but how do I also write a value proposition that focuses on what the audience really care about. Currently, B2B messaging and creative is suffering from an imbalance. And what we tend to see is that most messaging and creative is primed towards short-term sales activation. It's very rational and mostly focuses on product features. And whilst there are a few examples of brilliant B2B creative, it's actually very few and far between compared to how many there could be or how many there are in B2C. The point being, our messaging and creative stems from our value proposition. Therefore, this is where our focus should be. The focus needs to be on writing a value proposition that firstly differentiates us from the market, and secondly focuses on what B2B buyers really care about. And one tool I like to use to do this is Bain's B2B Elements of Value Pyramid. This pyramid shows 40 different B2B buyer motivations. At the bottom of the pyramid, the motivators are very product focused and talk to the features that we were just speaking about in terms of functionality, performance, cost containment, the factors that you tend to see often in B2B messaging. And as you move up the pyramid, the factors or motivators become a lot more subjective. They focus on what the individual cares about or at an inspirational level. And this is important because what Bain states is that the difference between B2C and B2B purchase decisions are not actually that different at all. And this is a really big point for me because whether you work in B2C or B2B, all marketing is actually H2H, it's human to human. The buyer motivators towards the top of the pyramid show us that as humans, we do in fact have intrinsic desires and anxieties that are out of our control. And this impacts the way we make our decisions, and it really does have a big influence. So yes, we do have a focus on product features, but we are most certainly influenced by solutions that meet our personal desires, such as products that are environmentally focused or make us feel safe or improve our social status too. So by focusing on these factors, we can actually start to speak to contacts at our target accounts on a level that resonates with them about things they personally really care about, as well as tapping into things that they may not necessarily know they care about. But it's also important to note that this does not mean you should totally ignore functional motivators such as product value, but instead recognise the full range of rational and emotional factors behind business purchases and tailor the value proposition accordingly. This is how you will create the most effective value proposition and messaging for your B2B strategies.